Hi there, everybody. It's James, and welcome back to Futureman, where we are here in the Netherlands, ready to play our first game with ADO Den Haag. I'm excited. Are you? By the way, we're expected to finish, for those of you who didn't see when we took over, we are expected to finish season preview, I think is 8th. Yep, 8th. We don't have anybody in the team of the season. It's all Ajax and PSV players. But yeah, I'm the new head coach here, so here's hoping we get to do things fun and win some matches. There has been a lot of transfers. Mario Dunsek is a Croatian defensive midfielder who we would play as a center back that we're trying to get in for £2.2 million. But boy, oh boy, is there been a few. There's been a lot of outs, a lot of ins. We're going to go through some of them just because you probably don't know a lot of the outs. Inaki Sagiri was the 20-year-old Spanish striker that we saw at the club. He was the star player last year, was a star player, supposed to be the main striker for us. He had only ever scored one goal for the team since coming over and never provided an assist. So we moved him on for £13.5 million. Ersi Bodi was a Albanian left winger who was good, but we don't play with wingers, so we got rid of him. 13 goals in 96 appearances. Edson Destragu is the Turkish goalkeeper that we got rid of for Helmir Sedvin. We brought him in from Sweden. And you'll see why we did that, because when you see some of the prices that we paid for these people, yeah, it makes sense. Moving on, Basir Onal, we sold on to Reading for 3.3 million. Yunor Kupi, we sold on as well for 2.1. Ivan Cardo, 1.8. 1.8. Bernan Serta, 1.2. Nicholas Mbenga, 1.1. Like, these are some guys who just, once again, it's just an age profile thing. Malik Sulkic, 34-year-old club icon. He said he told me he was missing France, so I sent him back to France to Red Star. Jesse Renders went to go ahead down in the league below us. Henry Eric Perta, the Indonesian striker, went to Gordon for up to 75, almost £250,000. Fenod went to Hungary. El Machin went to whatever this club is. Chumbar. Wilhelm II got Fonden Admiral. And Oten Ozabar was on loan, but we brought him back in. Okay. Whew. All right. First, let's start. Leon Vanderberg is a Dutch midfielder that we brought in, or a Dutch defender that we brought in for some cover because we were worried about it. And turns out we don't need to be worried about center backs anymore. But he's kind of a good backup player, 22 years old, has some room to develop. He has a potential of 4 stars. He's 2.5 now, so he has room to grow. Ezekiel Ibanez is an Argentinian center back that we got from Manchester City for £6 million. Guy wasn't playing, wanted to come to us, and yeah, tackling, marking, heading. A physical machine. He's a perfectionist. He's good determination. He is the guy who's going to be anchoring the center of our defense. I like everything about him. I like the fact that he's a perfectionist. He is 25 years old, so he's got some experience, and he has good resale value. That's the big thing you see. Look at a lot of these guys we got. We have good resale value. Then, from Puskas Academia, one of the clubs we could have joined, here is Marian Ratu, a central defender who is either-footed, strong, kind of great player, better resale value, consistent, fairly consistent, determined. He's an international. He's a Romanian international. He has got a goal. He's a powerful center back. We like everything about him. He's going to be playing on the left-hand side of our back three. That's sorted. We immediately improved the center backs. Next, Cheka, a midfielder who took over that deep line playmaker role, and you can see why he's a deep line playmaker with 16 decisions, 17 vision, and 16 passing. My man's a deep line playmaker, got good composure, good first touch, and he's got a free kick on him, and he's got stamina for days. Can't run fast. He's not a pacey boy, but he is good at what he does. He's good at knocking the ball around, and that's why we have him on the team. He's going to sit in the center of that midfield and allow us to ping a ball around. Nidan Mesevic is the Serbian defensive midfielder, 20 years old, that we brought in for £4 million. And you can see, and by the way, checkout was free. Nidan, you can hear what we're doing here. A defensive midfielder who can kind of play up the spine, plays a mezzala, plays a defensive midfielder, deep line playmaker. The big thing is he's got high work rate, high technique, and decent enough physicals. At 20 years old, he can develop. He's 2.5 stars, has 5 stars worth of potential, and a wonderful sell-on value. And that's why we brought him in. Then, from IF Lingo, by the way, we brought in a bunch of our old players. It's Peter Nelson. We brought him in, we brought him in to take over as the left wing back. Chef's kiss. Beautiful to have him in here. Absolute stud, as we know. Thank you for having him. He takes over that left wing back spot. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Kasim Mangu is a Turkish striker who you can see why we brought in. We went with guys who were kind of like iffy, could he, couldn't he, to a guy who, has played a little bit in the Super League, scored a handful of goals, played in like the league below, was really good. But all in all is a terror of a striker. And at 8.25 million pounds, with finishing like that and those stats off the ball, consistent and a good finisher, I'm excited to have him there. By the way, Neeson is the most we paid for $450,000. It's an absolute steal. Tommy Vasala is a Finnish right wing back that we brought in to increase the profile on the right wing back side. I like everything about him. He's just a solid player. Guy's been playing in Finland for a few years. He can cross the ball. He's got good physicals. He's got good determination and decisions. The guy can kind of do a little bit of everything. We can stick him on that right wing back side, and he's not really lacking too much. Welcome to him. Once again, for $4.5 million. Then Vladimir Toth. This guy I'm super excited for. Number one, because he has in-game, you don't see on the photo, but he's blonde with a mohawk. But for £850,000, we got a 19-year-old Slovakian striker who looks like this. Work rate, 17. Teamwork, 17. Off the ball, 16. Bravery, 18. Finishing, 16. Dribbling, first touch, crossing, pace, stamina. The boy can run. The boy can shoot. The boy can do everything. He works hard. And he's a professional. And I love everything about him. He makes it so we have a lot of good striking options now. A lot of good striking options that can finish. And for $850,000, for a resale value of 26 to 38 million pounds, we can make some serious money. And for £1 million, here is another. How many Serbian midfielders did I bring in? So Brennan Nedmar. And then I've been in Vladimir. So here's Vladimir, who is a 6'3" right-sided thing. I think we're going to maybe convert him into a center back. I don't know. But just another good defensive midfielder. We saw him on a deal, brought him in. He looks good. Vladimir will be a lot of fun in this team and has played solidly for us. By the way, I think does Toth have the crazy goal scoring record? Yeah, he's been playing in the Slovakian First Division for a few years, so a bit of a step up to the Eredivisie. That's all right. Then for $200,000 from Bayern Munich, it's Rodrigo Rosa, the German under 21 capped international at, how old is he? He's 22 years old. He's just a solid rotational center back option. We've gotten so much, we've taken a deficit and turned it into a strength. He's played 441 games for Bayern 2, played 11 for Bayern Munich senior teams. They say he's a defensive midfielder. I'm playing him as a center back. He works hard. He's got good team rate. Yeah, his consistency is an issue, but he's a good team player, and that's a lot of things. Professional team player. Nicholas Aiden, 3-star current ability. Oh, that went down a little bit. Model citizen winger that we're going to turn into a striker, or deep line forward specifically. Yeah, he's got a lot about him, and he's only 20 years old. He's got high potential, and that's why we bought him. We only paid £110,000 for him, and he can look like he could be something. Plus the resale value is there too. So we turn around, we flip him in a year or so, that's fine. Then from Brazil, we got to add a Brazilian. It's Fabio. 2-star current ability, 5-star potential. Either footed midfielder. We're training him to be a deep line playmaker on support. He's got a lot he needs to develop on, but the technical skills in the baseline is there. We just got to work on that. And I think coming back over to Brazil from Cruzeiro, where he wasn't getting much game time, we're going to see something from him, and I'm excited to see what that is. Also, resale value. Important. Oyotin Oizaban, the left-footed center back that we picked up. Man's our backup left-footed wide center back. Does everything we want. He's 6 foot. He marks teammates thing. He marks players tightly. He's not consistent, but he has good teamwork. He's very loyal, and he's a team player. You love to see that. Everything about him I like, and he was cheap, and he has a high sell-on value. Then for 2.7K, Blazes Mazeros, breakthrough prospect, the Hungarian midfielder. I had to bring him. Over. He was, one of my boys. So in he comes. This guy, 500,000, possibly going up to 700,000. Here is Roberto Moreno. I mean, a left-footed striker who looks like this. Pace, agility, balance, natural fitness, technique, off the ball, teamwork. Doesn't like big matches, but he is consistent and fairly professional. And also, it's in Colombia, I know, but look at that goal-scoring record. 151 goals in 377 matches. 23 assists isn't great, but, the man scores goals. So I think he can come here and help with that, the rotational option for us. I think he'll do good. So welcome him to the team. Juddy Mespina on we got him for Cologne, 3.75 million. He is a defensive midfielder plus ball-winning midfielder. He's the defensive option in midfield when we want to take them off. If we need to start closing down a game, we can drop guys into the deep line play. We can drop deep line playmakers, ball-winning midfielders on defend. We've got guys who can crunch the ball. We've got 12 spots on the bench and 5 substitutions, so we're going to use them all. Also, man can play left wing back. So we have and can play a decent defensive left wing back too. So he's a leading player. He's good. He brings a lot of consistency. He was playing in Cologne in the Bundesliga in Germany, bounced around in France, was playing for Lyon. I think for 25 years old, for this kind of price, he doesn't have great resale value right now, but we don't need him to be. He's just a solid midfield option. Dagger Anderson, a Icelandic midfielder, 55 caps for Iceland, another deep line playmaker / destroyer in the midfield, a hard work raking, passing, natural fitness driven monster in the midfield. You can see where I'm going for here, just hard working midfielders, playing for Saint Etienne in Ligue 1 for the last couple of years, putting up some good ratings, wanted to leave. 2.3 I don't think is a bad price to pay for him. And a guy who's got a little bit of sell-on value. He's a little bit older, but that's kind of the point where we got him. Also likes big matches. I love to see that. By the way, we also need to go back a little bit because Kuchka's who they brought in. We sold a few more players. None of them. Danny Bertzert-Reinhardt went to Kiev. So that's that. But anyway, some other people we brought in. Miguel Pardos in for 11,000. 11,000. Pierre-Louis Martin in for 11,500. Helmir Sedvin. Helmir Sedvin got brought in on a free. We just had to give them a friendly. That's all this was. He was for the price of a friendly. He is a starting goalkeeper for this division. He is an 18-year-old Swedish goalkeeper, and we got him in. Answer me that. I do not know. How we pulled that one off. Jakob Mortensen has come in for £10,000. He's in the B team. Lee Davis came in for £7,000. He's our backup left wing back. Igor Goretz came in for, 400 4,800 pounds, and now he's here and he's worth 23 million pounds. And he's starting the right side of the Metsala. And then finally, this is on a free, we got Facundo Espinoza, who is the other center back we have. So we have 3-star center backs. This guy, not the best, but not horrible either. Good and diverse player. He's not international, but he's a star player and he brings some experience. So we line up like this right now. Pardos and Toth lead the line with DeLuca, Chechka, Goritz in the midfield, Neeson and Venecia there, and then bang, Ratu, Ibanez, and Espinoza with Sedvin in goal. The bench is Mark Rosa, Vladimir Mangu, Oizaban, Mezbina, Martin, Ben Scheffel, who was here as the right wing back up, Donor Erison, Roberto Moreno, Siphon Tora, who's another one of their center backs, and then Nadan. And we still have this many guys left. I'm trying to work out some loans here. But yeah, the team looks solid. I'm happy. And here's the even better part. I can make Toth the deep line playmaker. And then I can swip him out. Where's my boy? Roberto Moreno. Who, if we swatch over to this to advance forward, Moreno comes in as the advance forward and just adds more pace here. So we're not doing that. We're doing what we know best. Pardos is a absolute killer deep line forward. Man, I've already been at this for 16 minutes. Yeah. So here we go. First match. The board are looking for us to win. I'm not going to make any changes. Lower line of engagement. Nope, that's all good. We've seen it. It's the same tactic where we are going attacking. But we'll see how this goes. Squad numbers need to be fixed. And give him 10, and we can auto-number the rest. Bang. Some guys are unhappy about the way the team is selected. It's fine. I have low support in the dressing room right now, and there's low cohesion because, I just turned over half of the team. But that's okay, because half the team I brought in, I had with me in Sweden. So we know what it's about. We know what we can do. We are in the green and yellow. It is a home game. It is a sellout. So let's give the home fans something to cheer about here. Come on, the boys. Let's go. Now, the best part is, like I said, I've got 12 subs as DeLuca on the ball here. Espinoza, right over the bar. Espinola. By the way, DeLuca is a guy who was here. He's one of our own. Cross comes in, ball cleared. Van Haren harried by a couple of players here. He is going to get away, but not that far. Finally closed down. Sutherin, Van Holten, Van Diesel. Pulled up here by Frekshard. Daff. DeLuca, nice challenge. Pardos goes back here to Sedvin, and we get to start working here. Ratu. Sedvin. Espinola. Oh, that's a bad one. Okay, we got it cleared. But you can see 7 shots. Maybe we need to work the ball into the box. We have some guys who can make it work here. Ball's in. Husan, Cermic, Veskar, Daff. We have 2 guys with Mohawks in here with Neeson and Toth. Gorgets, beautiful play here. Nice play by Toth. Gorgets, 1-2. Pardos. That was beautiful play by the guys. Didn't quite work out the way we wanted it to, though. These white-on-white numbers here just aren't really working. Van Hooten, Hassan Gorkmer, Simic, Veskar. Obviously we want to win on our first game here. Ibanez. Yeah. Sedvin's going to collect here. He's going to send it long. Pardos can flick that down. He does. Gets it to Neeson. finds Pardos, rounds the corner square at Toth, easy tap, and Vladimir Toth. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Eredivisie. Den Haag on top, 1-0. Beautiful work back here. Pardos heads it down to Neeson. Neeson sends it Pardos around the corner here. First touch wins it. Toth is there between the two ones. He just has to stick a boot at it, folks. It's as easy as that. We are now winning 1-0 to the boys after 11 shots and dominating the first half. Neeson has been injured, but that's all right. Capable, even better. And then just say, I have faith, I have faith. And I have faith. How bad is his injury? What is it? Recovering from a knock. Well, I'll see how he does out of the dressing room. Yes, he's immediately getting his fitness back. He suffered a twisted knee, but he says he's okay. All right. By the way, why are we pressing so high up the pitch? I should have us in a mid-block. Neeson, by the way. Not showing any effects there. Pardos, oh, that's a yellow card. At least it's a penalty. That guy's got to be at least a yellow. Goal-scoring opportunity could be possible. Red, ref. Come on. Penalty awarded. Where's the card now? Oh, doesn't show one. Toth. To make it 2 in the game. Vladimir Toth. Oh, beautiful penalty. Keeper goes the right way, but Toth just smacks it top right-hand corner. You love to see this. Look at this. Bang. Keeper tried, almost got to hang on it, but it'd be very difficult. There's a lot of pace on that ball. All right, Neeson has recovered enough. As we're now second in the league. Look at that. Very nice. As the overwhelming force of the team is finally starting to go through here. As they crossed over, Fedsker, Carnival, Van Diesel, Ibanez. Beautiful tackle. The center back coming in. Ibanez, look at you coming all the way up from center back. I like it. I'm all right with them wandering forward as long as they've got the coverage. All right, now we do need to actually make some changes. And we will. So Neeson is going to come off for Juddy. Just because I didn't put Lee on the bench. That's my fault. Who else is kind of tiring? DeLuca is having a little bit of a time. Yeah, look at... No, do we have enough midfielders here? I think we do. Emerson's going to do that. We're going to switch for Goretz. Checha... How is he doing fitness-wise? He's doing okay. Tommy, we'll bring on Ben Sheffel as well. So that's 3... Pardos is starting to struggle, so we're going to bring on Moreno. But we're going to play him as the advanced forward, and we're going to drop Toth into the deep line playmaker role. And let's watch this happen. Once again, just a few little changes here. Though I'd be happy to see out the rest of the game. Ibanez is going to come out. For him, Radu can swap like that. As Otion goes out that left side. Gets his head on the ball. Checha doesn't win it. Oh, but he does there. Emerson. He's off. Yellow, red card. Second yellow. And you have to think with Van Houten off on the red, that has to do it. And it does. Ladies and gentlemen, it's our first win. That was a good win. Well done. Well done. Claps all around. Sold out. Won on our first home game. So the proof is in the pudding. I couldn't be happier. Great way to start. Played perfectly. Look at this. Second in the league. Won't stand up for long, but that was very good. Very good. Pardos. Big on his first day in. Oh, we play these guys next. They're currently showing us first. Den Haag turned dominance into victory against De Graafschap. AOD was class beating 2-1 at Adversity at the Bingong Stadion, where VR was a factor. The enthusiastic striker Toth gave us the lead with a close range finish in the right-hand corner, and in the 39th minute, Toth completed the scoring with a powerful penalty in the top right corner in the 52nd minute. Referee Clay Rupert went to VAR and confirmed the penalty was awarded. Things went from bad from worse when Van Houten earned his marching orders for persistent fouling in close stages. Clay Rupert was not popular today with the visitors, but he appeared to be rather biased towards the host the majority of the decisions. Shh, don't say anybody that. Media-friendly boss James Atkinson joined in June, has been in charge for 2 months. Yes, I have. In Stu press conference, the game is over. Toth makes his debut. Stellar. Pardos gets man of the match. I believe it. He played excellent. Hey guys, how we doing? I'm perfectly sanguine. He was great. Toth was great. I'm delighted for him. Tell me if he was enjoyed what most people thought was a good debut today. Yeah, I think he was good too. Pardos was a standout performer. He absolutely was. Are you perhaps relieved you won a match? I'm really relieved. And there we go, folks. We have started the season. We are now in the Eredivisie. Welcome to the Netherlands. Beautiful. Great play, too. FC Utrecht is up high there. Of course I would be pleased besides Pardos misses. All right. So when do we want to come up here? I think we come back for Vitesse and AZ. And then from there, it's going to be like Ajax and Feyenoord and PSV. Yeah, this is going to be a lot of good ones. So let me get forward here. Let's get to Vitesse. I'm pretty sure Vitesse are supposed to be above us in the league, right? Now, Vitesse are right near us. It's like Vitesse and Wilhelm 2 is like right around us. So, I think that's it. We'll come back. Yeah, so we'll come back for Vitesse. So until then, folks, I've been James. You've been you. This has been Futureman. It's not how good you are. It's how good you want to be. Let's see that leadership and team cohesion go up. But yeah, the club atmosphere is doing all right. We'll see you then, folks. Bye-bye.